think that we're currently at the brink of the season's final episode and perhaps the final show in the show Ted Lasso. I certainly don't, with a season that has certain to be emotionally charged, heartfelt, and meaningful in regards to the entire cast. Within a week, the whole thing will be over and done. There's still lots of questions to be resolved, and a reunion that's been for a whole season making is on the horizon. The finale is one that I am very eagerly anticipating. With that in mind, I thought I'd review everything that was available along with my thoughts and predictions of what I believe is likely to happen in the coming weeks. So let's start. Here's Ted Lasso, Season 3 Episode 12. Theories Explained. We'll be clear that this video contains spoilers. The season finale is nearing, and there's still a lot to resolve, which means there are many different possibilities for the show to take. The cliffhanger episode 11 ended on is a clear indication of what's coming in the season's finale for some of our characters. Like I do every season, I'll begin with the episode's title and the picture that was posted ahead of the premiere, and the synopsis. The episode's title for season finale is Farewell. The synopsis says Season Finale. AFC Richmond play the final match of the season. The image we have is that of Ted sitting in his office looking up from his desk with a smile. The show is certainly not revealing much about the final episode, but there are some lessons to be learned. The expression "so long" farewell is typically used to say goodbye in the case of a person who is saying it isn't returning. I'm thinking this could be a way to be a tie-in with the issue that Ted was trying to explain in his conversation with Rebecca inside his workplace in the last moments of the 11th episode, just before the episode abruptly ended. Following what his mother had said in regards to Henry being absent from Ted's breakdown, I believe this was the only element that was required for Ted to understand that he had to return to his home. Therefore, I believe we'll get him to make the decision to leave, and the following episode will revolve around his goodbye to his family that is made in the UK by presenting a F Richmond. We've seen drip feeds of Ted getting to his senses with the fact that he was missing Henry. One of the most unforgettable moments occurred in the first episode when the actor bid farewell to Henry. What made it truly remarkable was the fact that he held a Lego model of the Premier League trophy in his hand, symbolizing the internal struggle he had experienced since the start of the season. With the accompanying picture capturing a different side of Ted, his eyes filled with genuine smiles, it suggests that this event is poised to unfold as a joyous occasion. IIT gains further significance when he confronts the truth and comes to the realization that he will depart from the club according to his own terms and timeline. The most poignant aspect of this revelation is his unwavering commitment to returning home and devoting time to his son, which holds immeasurable importance to him above anything else in the world. It is further bolstered by other times during the year that we were able to look at our friends being together and enjoying one another's company, a thing that Ted was not able to do in his relationship with Son. This means it's an appropriate time Ted to return home, and I believe this is the theme of the main plotline we'll be focusing on, as will the tale of Ted departing. It will also be the final fixture of the campaign to take place. We aren't sure who the final match of the season is going to be, however I'm guessing that it will play with West Ham. We've only seen the two teams meet once during this year, and it will be logical. In addition, Nate coming back to AFC Richmond. It's likely to play on a poetic fashion since he'll be on the coaching team and will know everything about West Ham players. West Ham players. AFC Richmond need to win their final game to secure the title of Premier League champions. I think they'll succeed. But there was the song being played at the conclusion of the latest episode, with the lyrics, "It's better to have a budget and lose rather than not fighting in the first place." It makes me think that they might not be able to claim the title since it's not the most crucial thing. It's been a season that has placed the emphasis on honesty, togetherness, and family. This will be fascinating for us to find out if they succeed. I'm hoping they win. I'm thinking they're also counting heavily on Manchester City to lose as well, since that they had 4-point clear of Richmond when they lost to Manchester City. Then there's only one thing that separates them. Therefore, Richmond requires 2 wins for them to move forward. Let's now look at other players and how their rock faces will be finished. Nate. I believe Nate will complete his path to redemption in this episode. I think he is almost going to be the hero, accepting the job, returning to AFC Richmond. We'll be seeing him back together with Ted in an event I can't anticipate seeing happen. With the final game likely going to be with West Ham, I think his methods will lead to a win, and largely due to his. I'm thinking this could be the case that he ends up becoming the head coach at AFC Richmond and taking over the role from Ted, and, if he succeeds, departing. I'm anticipating an enjoyable moment between Ted and Nate as well, given that they're expected to get to know each other after what transpired in the final episode the second season. Since Ted departing, I believe Nate may also be feeling some kind of regrets over not having reached out earlier, and given Nate probably finishing the show as head coach, it'll be an opportunity to reflect on Nate and his life within the club. Roy and Keeley. I believe Roy will remain in his position in AFC Richmond and doing what Roy does. But I believe the character's primary storyline regarding Kylie is likely to be completed. He admitted his feelings towards Kylie, and he also said that they was looking forward to being more than just friends in episode 11, as they were in Jamie's bedroom, and Keely got interrupted prior to when she was given the opportunity to reply. While I would love for the two of them to get together, I am left with the feeling that Keely will take the decision not to be with him. Keely's reluctance to confront the issue when he was told about it by her doesn't make for a pleasant conclusion for their future together. I believe she'll prefer to concentrate on her business that is currently in the beginning of its development after Rebecca's investment, and she'll likely require lots of focus and concentration to pay attention to this. The reason that was the original motive, the reasons Roy decided to cut things up initially. I'm going to be very upset for Roy should this happen, but he'll need to accept the fact that it happened. Maybe they will cross paths again, romantically speaking, in the near future. Rebecca. For a considerable time, I held the belief that Rebecca was destined to marry the enigmatic man she encountered in Amsterdam. However, I've since come to realize that these signs I perceived were not indicating a romantic relationship. Instead, they were guiding her towards overcoming obstacles, conquering personal moments, and embracing self-acceptance and inner comfort, ultimately leading her to break free from the clutches of Rupert. These events have been happening and ultimately helped the character to advance in a positive manner. The last time we saw her was when she welcomed her in Beck's and Rupert's former assistant, and helping Ted as he prepared to confess that he had left the psychic message that she had given him. Being mom is all that's somewhat confusing, and it is connected to the mystery man as the father of one daughter. If he doesn't make an appearance that is unexpected in the final episode, I think it's more symbolic in the fact that Jamie is always available for others. She's there for Kylie and Ted. She's there for Bex in the most recent episode. She's as well there for the entire team, which could be pointing to the character Jamie. With Jamie being a huge growth and development this season, he is becoming a more team player as well as becoming more compassionate to human attitude. I think the story could be a success for him if he were given the role of the position of captaincy in the final game and named captain of the club for the following season. It would be an important moment in the story and show the changes the character went through to get out of to the bright side. We could witness Jamie reconnect with his father after the text message he left his father in episode 11, with his father appearing to be in a facility to assist in his recuperation. He might become a different person and a new connection between them may be established. The show's end is nearing and I believe that it will be a sad and tragic conclusion. This show was an absolute delight and gave us a very emotional bride and characters that we be a part of and feel a sense of pride in. If it comes to the end of next week, it'll be a pity. I'm certain that the finale of the show will not be disappointing. This is it, Ted Lasso Season 3 Episode 12, Theories Explained. If you'd like to watch additional videos like conclusions, explained theories, character breakdowns, and predictions, click the icon, or alternatively, head to my channel to see them all. If you'd prefer to send me a movie or show that you'd like me review, head over on my Twitter at brainpilot_ and tweet me the show film you'd like me to discuss in the near future. If you'd like to know how I think of the newest movies which don't quite get the chance to be an actual video, visit my profile on Letterboxd. It's where I review the most recent releases in real time. Which do you believe is likely to take place next? Comment below and don't forget to sign up. We'll see you next time.